come and join me. I just returned back from a 309 kilometer round trip to Niagara Falls on the GO train, and I take my e-bike from the Niagara Falls GO Via station all the way into Niagara on the Lake and all the way to where the Niagara River discharges into Lake Ontario and back. That was a 50 kilometer round trip through the Niagara Parkway trail system. Beautiful trail system. And I have 13 kilometers from my house to Union. Now I got 13 kilometers home. So all said and done, we're going to be looking at around 322 kilometers, something like that. And I'll have about 75 or 76 kilometers on the bike, pedaling. So I don't know am I on the grounds of historic Fort George? I didn't have the camera running, but the trail dissected the Niagara Parkway back there. I'm assuming I'm at the back of Fort George. I think, I don't know. What else could this be? It said no metal detectors back there, and don't feed the animals. Please keep off the hills. Yeah, this has got to be Fort George, right? I've never seen this side of it, obviously. No metal detectors. Just passed another sign that said no metal detectors. Huh. Well, they're firing off something over there, doing a demonstration. Some muskets going down. Little musket action. You can see the holes in the fence over there to put your musket through. Yeah, it smells 1800s with the fire. They got a fire going. That's where your cannons would go in there, blast you with the cannons. Pretty wild. I've never seen this side of it. That's a big Union Jack they got flying up there too. Oh, nice spot. Really nice. This is a really nice spot. Where the hell I am? What the hell is going on here? Yeah, I don't know where I'm at, but you know what? I think this road here will take me to St. Mark's Cemetery. I do believe. That's where I'm going. I do believe. What we got over here? What is this building? Oh, this is Queen's Landing. Okay. Okay. Cemetery is around here. Yeah, it's straight ahead. St. Mark's Cemetery is straight ahead. And I'm going to go pay my respects to Benjamin Geary, VC. Pretty much know where his grave is because I've been here once before. St. Mark's Church, one of the earliest Anglican churches in the province. St. Mark's was begun in 1804 to serve a congregation organized 12 years earlier. I'll let you read the rest of that. Parishioners were John Simcoe and John Butler and Major General Isaac Brock. Let's go pay our respects to Benjamin Geary, VC. He was awarded the Victoria Cross during World War I and he was awarded Victoria Cross from Great Britain. So he wasn't awarded a Canadian Expeditionary Force Cross. He's a British Victoria Cross recipient. Now, I am not going to ride my bike through here, obviously. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't have a whole lot of time, or I would spend a lot of time in here with this cemetery, because this cemetery is probably the most historic cemetery I've ever been in. And I believe these are War of 1812 graves, I think. No, these aren't actually. These are Commonwealth war markers. Now, you're going to say, well, you should have known what a Commonwealth war marker looks like, and I do. But I thought they had some 1812 graves here as well. But anyhow, Benjamin Geary straight ahead here. Now, you know what? No, I was going to say, is that possible? No, that's not. I didn't put that flag there. That'd be wishful thinking. I haven't been here in a year and a half. Yeah, what am I thinking? Smart, eh? But I got a fresh flag for him. I brought one for him. I had one flag left at home. Benjamin Geary enlisted in the British Army, East Surrey Regiment in 1914. Second Lieutenant Geary earned the Victoria Cross in action at Hill 60 near Ypres, Belgium. I always butcher that, sorry. While leading his men in the defense of Shell Crater position. That was under attack the night of April 21st, 1915. Geary was injured during the battle and evacuated to England. He returned to active service and was wounded again in 1918. Geary immigrated to Canada in 1928 and enlisted in the Canadian Army during World War II. He was Sergeant at Arms of the Ontario Legislature from 47 to 72 and its official historian until 62. He returned to Niagara on the Lake in 1972. Yeah, this cemetery is very, very historic and very nice. So that's that must have been his brother, or would that have been, yeah, maybe his brother. Yeah, and this is his wife. Yeah, this cemetery is I did walk around it last time I was here with my friend Rob and my godson. I gave my Victoria Cross and my Royal Canadian Mint Victoria Cross commemoration coin to my godson on his 16th birthday, and we did a video here. I'll put that video at the end of this video if you want to watch that. Very, very tranquil, very quiet here. Let's put a flag for old Benjamin. My last one, my last mini flag at home. I don't know how many of these I've put out over the years, but quite a few. Major Benjamin Hadley Geary, VC, 1891-1977. Lived a pretty good life, pretty long. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a little, I'm not going to ride, I'm going to walk, I'm going to remain dismounted, and I'm going to walk through here. Now, I did see some Seacords in here as well, descendants of Laura Seacord, but not her grave. Her grave is it's closer to Lundy's Lane. I can't remember the name of the cemetery, but you can go by there and visit her actual grave. Yeah, I'm not going to walk too far. Oh, maybe I will. And it's not the original tombstone there anymore. The original tombstone is in, I believe, in a church somewhere. Yeah, this cemetery is beautiful. So historic. So I believe this cemetery, look at this mausoleum here, this crypt. Wow, that is old. Not getting too close to that. Crowley, Alistair Crowley. No disrespect. Born Yorkshire, England. 1888. What? Just a saying on there. Yeah, and I did see some 1812 graves too when I was here last time. But if you're not too far away from Niagara on the Lake and you're into visiting cemeteries, this one I would say should be number one on your list. It has it all here. It has a Victoria Cross recipient. It has people from the War of 1812. It has some descendants of Laura Secord. What do we got over here? And a lot of other military personnel. See, the Royal Canadian Legion puts these markers here. I read this one the last time I was here. It's at it's like Bobert, but I'm thinking it's Robert Melville. Wow, I can't even make that out. That's so old. Now I can't remember where the Secord descendant was. It was around here, but you'd have to go through here and just snoop around to come across interesting graves. And I don't really have a whole lot of time, but you can see the amount of Canadian flags in here. That usually represents a military member or a first responder, but in this cemetery it'd be mostly military. There's a lot of Canadian flags in here. Yeah, they're everywhere. Yeah, it's a hot day today too. Now, like I said, forgive me for not going up and going over a lot of these tombstones. I know, like if I was watching this video myself, I'd be saying, how come this guy isn't going up into these? Oh, okay, this over here has some significance. Let's go check this out. I'm gonna leave the bike here. Yeah, I'd be saying like, this guy's got to go up to the graves and I want to see some of these. I'd be saying that. So, but this is to do with a shipwreck. A famous shipwreck, if memory serves me correctly. You can tell like these things are like extremely old. 1849, 27 years old. 1864. Let's go check this out. I think it was a sailing yacht disaster, I think. On the evening of July 11th, 1874, yeah, the sailing yacht Foam left Toronto, headed for Niagara on the Lake. As darkness fell, the wind freshened, blowing heavily from the east. Guests of the Queen Royal Hotel watched her lights flicker and disappear. Next morning, like an arm reaching to heaven, only the mast of the vessel showed above the breakers on the bar. A typical centerboarder with light draft and low freeboard, Foam was an older yacht and labored in the high seas running. Despite the heroic efforts of her crew, all aboard were tragically lost. Here rest 7 young yachtsmen from the Royal Canadian Yacht Club, Toronto. And there are the names there. Got a couple Andersons, a Henderson, a Murray, a Taylor, a Vernon, Brady. And this was put here from the Royal Canadian Yacht Club. Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure. Well, I kind of had an idea, obviously, because I said it before I read the plaque, that it was a yachting disaster. I wasn't sure if it was that or a commercial fishing boat went down in the lake. But yeah, this cemetery, it's something. Beautifully treed too, as you can see, like the foliage and the canopy in here. Very nice. It's cool in here. What's this here? 1933. That's not that old. Let's carry on this way. Just gonna do a loop then back out. If I see something interesting on the way out, but pretty much to my right. I'm just going to the front of the church. I believe there's actually a wrought iron gate I went through last time, right straight ahead. Might take that way out. Now let's check this one out right here. This one looks kind of old. So that's a Percy Beale, late captain and adjutant, HM 10th Foot Lincolnshire Regiment. Died at the bungalow, Niagara on the Lake, June 23rd, 1902. Oh, this one looked a lot older than 1902. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I can't remember where those 1812 markers were. I know. You're saying, Dewey, find some of those. Find some of those, you lazy. Yeah, I don't know where those are. For some reason, I was thinking they were around here. That's just a wood gate. Just a regular old wood gate. It's not one of those wrought iron gates like at St. John's on the Hummer Cemetery in Toronto, the one that's 1802. This one is older. I believe this one's 1796. So this one's got the other one, or 1798. It's got it by a few years. But this is, I think this is the oldest cemetery I've ever been in. It's got the creepy effect. It does. Creaking. So the Google Maps, when I punched in the coordinates from my house, it said this cemetery was 22 kilometers from the GO station, and that worked out almost exactly. So I'm thinking, because I started from the GO station at 125 kilometers on my Garmin, my watch. I'm thinking somewhere I must have lost some connectivity, because it should have been closer to 144 kilometers from Toronto, from my house to Niagara GO. Should have been 144, but I didn't punch in the coordinates for the train, so maybe the train shaves off that much. Oh, this is the 1812 over here. Oh, you know what? I think the 1812. Yeah. This has got to be the 1812 over here, no? Come on, man. They did have some over there too, but what is this? Nah, this isn't 1812, is it? Oh no, okay, no. Polish soldiers burial plot. What is this? This burial plot commemorates the Polish soldiers who trained in this community from 1917 to 1919 at Camp Kosciuszko and subsequently made the supreme sacrifice. They personified the Polish soldiers' motto for freedom. And oh wow. Well, hey, listen. You know what? A fallen soldier is a fallen soldier. Much respect to the Polish people. I didn't even know this was here. I'm not going to read all that. But that's a nice memorial for the Polish soldiers. Very nice. Huh. You're a Polish lineage, Polish descent, Polish descendant. You might want to come and check this out. This is kind of nice. Really nice. Interesting. No, the 1812 ones are over on that side. I thought maybe they had some refresh graves over here. Well, I think I'll take a little scoot down the main drag of Niagara on the Lake. I know it's going to be an absolute zoo. But Niagara on the Lake is one of the most picturesque towns in all of Canada, without a doubt. Yeah, I like this truck here, the Z71 Suburban. That's a nice truck. That's what Carney tools around in on our dime. About 10 of them, and they're bulletproof. And they're loaded with RCMPs with all sorts of weaponry. I gotta ride around on a non-armored e-bike on my own dime. Okay, better come to a complete stop. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the main drag of Niagara on the Lake. That's a nice cenotaph here. Yeah, that's a beautiful cenotaph. Oh, we got up here an old C5 Corvette, one of my favorites. Tell me it's a ZR1. It's not a ZR1. Or a Z06. It is a Z06. Yeah, it is. They didn't have a ZR1 this year, I don't think. Yeah, that's a nice car. Z06, man. Love that car. Nice color, too. That'd be the color. It's a lot of bang for the buck, that car. I think 405 horsepower, but and a couple tweaks to the engine, you throw a supercharger on there or whatever. You know, you drop 20 grand on engine, you got a world-class supercar. It's only 20 grand, people. It's 20 grand in an old vet. Nothing. Fancy cab. I've only been in one of those once in my life, and it was in Quebec City. I think I might have been on my honeymoon. Don't ask me how that turned out. There's a butcher shop dropping off some meat. They're close to my house. We're on Shorncliffe at Dundas and Shorncliffe in Etobicoke. They got a nice retail shop there if you want to go and get an old tomahawk. Now, and I'm not sure if it was this building here. I think it was this white building. It used to be called the Charles Inn, I think. Let me just go up here a little bit. It could have been this house up here, actually. One of these houses, either that one or this one. No, it wasn't that one. I think it was that one I first showed you. Oh, it could be up here even. Yeah, no, it's right here. It's still here. Oh, the Charles Hotel. Okay. I didn't even know it was still here. But I've eaten in there. Years and years ago. I would say 20 years ago. Over 20 years ago. And yeah, it was a good restaurant. Really good. C8 Corvette. But yeah, nice restaurant. And here is... what golf course is this? This is Niagara on the Lake Golf Course. A 9-hole. And I believe it's a Stanley Thompson course. And I've always wanted to golf this course. Yeah, Niagara on the Lake Golf Club. North America's oldest course, yes. So I don't think it's a Stanley Thompson course. But yeah, I haven't been this close to it. I should go on the cart path. And if old Dewey was in his drinking days, he'd be riding his e-bike down the fairways. I'm only kidding, people. I wasn't that out of control. Smells fresh here. fresh cut grass in the lake. It smells very nice. It's a nice part of the province to live, Niagara on the Lake. The young couple on the train, his parents live here. Grew up in St. Catharines, but then they moved here. Smart move. Look at this house. Look at this house here. It's a nice freaking house. Look at the rose bushes. What a house. How many people have done that? Probably lots. Yeah, this is nice. It looks like the lake's a little choppy. You can't see from my camera, but there's some white caps out there. You can well imagine one of the Great Lakes, they blow up pretty rough, to the point where they become very violent and deadly. Holy, look at this house here. Holy shit, this can't be one house. No way. This is one house? Look at the size of this place. Look at the size of this place, people. Holy. Oh yeah, this is a nice street. This is a high rent district, in-ground pool here too. Oh yeah, this house is nice. I like this one. Yeah, I'd have no problem. Like, no, when I talk like this, it's like I'm talking if I had unlimited money. I would have no problem living in this exact location. Like, I understand ultimately my utopian goal is to live off grid, away from people. But you know, there is a side of me that is social. I do have a bit of a posh side to me, where a house like that is very appealing in this location with this property and the view. And you got this golf course across the street. Yeah, that would probably be a pretty good location. Yeah, this course, you know what? This course is friggin' beautiful. Nice course. A lot of sun though. What we got over here? That pile of rocks is... I've never been here in my life. Even when I've driven here, I've never come down here. I don't recall anyways. So this is where the Niagara River drains into Lake Ontario, right here. And straight across is Toronto. And I'm gonna have a little of my Gatorade while I'm here. It's friggin' nice, breezy, cool. Oh yeah, that's freaking gorgeous here. Breeze is, you won't pick it up on GoPro because of my media mod, but the breeze is stiff. It's a brisk breeze, people. So, not gonna be a whole lot of politics discussed in this video. I know a lot of you are thinking, yeah, that's a nice change, Dewey. And you know what? It's a nice change for me today too, to get out of the city and get away from that. Like, I was thinking when I came here, it was either going to be Niagara on the Lake this way, or it was going to be Niagara Falls, and show you that hustle and bustle of now you wouldn't even recognize it as a Canadian city. Well, you would now, but it would if you were, you know, thrown back in time and you were teleported or whatever, you would think you landed in Mumbai, India. That's how it would look. So this way is a much better day for me. You know, not that I was overly stressed anyways, but my stress levels are completely zero right now. That's a nice breeze. Oh, it's windy, not breeze, it's windy. Well, I'm going to go down here a little further. Then I'm going to start making my way back. Maybe grab a bite to eat on the way back. Oh, look at this place here. People, look at this place. Oh yeah. Wow. Imagine seeing the snow here coming off the lake in the winter. I love me some winter. Yeah. And you know what? That guy's got a gravel driveway. I don't know if you've seen that, but he's got some black decorative stone here, some 3/4 crush black decorative, but he's got a Generac there too. I would put that in the back from safety perspective. I wouldn't want anyone seeing my Generac. But see this gravel driveway? I absolutely love that. I would take that over pretty much any driveway. Now this guy might be just having the gravel down there to maybe do interlock or maybe pave it, I don't know, but I like the gravel. Yep, never been down here. What do they got? A little garage sale over here? What do they got? Is it high tea? Oh, look at this. Is it high tea? What's going on here?
It's a garden tour.
A garden tour?
It is indeed.
Is that what the rich do? They go on garden tours?
We all
and the wannabe
do that.
rich. Wannabe.
Oh, I'm pretty wannabe.
We're just following the rich people.
Where are you guys from?
St. Catharines.
Oh yeah,
Don't
okay.
hesitate. We don't know.
Yeah.
Comox, BC, St.
Comox, yeah,
Catharines,
Comox, yeah.
What about you?
I'm from the west end of Toronto.
Ah.
I took the GO train here, right?
I was going to say, you're great to be on
No,
that, right?
big fat guy like me can't ride that far.
You've got quite
Be a
the
waste
setup.
of time. Be boring.
What's that?
It'd be boring to drive all that way.
It would be. You're right.
Yeah.
It would be. You avoid all the riffraff. I'm glad I came here
You look
today.
officious.
Sorry?
You look like you could be a police
You look like a
officer.
cop.
I get. You know, if I had a nickel for every time someone said that,
You would be a cop.
I have a nickel, do you want it?
no police, no police. Have a good day with your garden tour.
Hey, you too.
Oh, nice Mercedes wagon. I love that car. The color's not bad either. Yeah, that's a nice hood. Garden tour. Wow. Learn something every day. People actually have garden tours. What we got over here? We got a 1997 Suburban. I think it was. So obviously it's a very historic part of Ontario. Had lots of 1812 barracks, 1812 war barracks, Fort George, battles, preparedness for battles. Hold on, old timer. You're gonna kill me, old timer. We got another garden tour here. Look at these people. Wow, garden touring is a thing. Okay, so I am not a gardening tour type guy per se, unless there was a rock band playing in one of those gardens. But I would imagine that they are quite nice, because you're not going to invite the general public over to your house if you have a backyard full of weeds. Like this guy over here, well, it's a vacant lot, but you know, that house is kind of nice though. Hey, that flat roof house is nice. Oh yeah, but you know what? I have gone through Niagara on the Lake extensively in my younger days and my young adult days, and yeah, it's beautiful. Like, I've known it's beautiful, but like I said, you don't get the perspective in a car as you do on a bike. Like walking, you can't cover the ground, you can't cover the territory, so you can't even get a fraction of what's at street level walking. You, like, obviously depending on your fitness level and how far you walk, you can, but on a bike, on an e-bike especially, you can cover a lot of ground in a short amount of time. So right now I am 25 kilometers from the GO station. I've ridden 25 kilometers. Now, like I said before, the ride back is going to be a lot uphill, but I'm still on my first battery, and I'm down 2 bars out of 5 bars on my battery, and I'm gonna probably lose another bar soon. I'll be down in a second, but I'm gonna ride this battery as far as I can heading back. Then once I start hitting the larger portion of the hills, I'll switch over to the new battery, and that will and I'll start charging. I actually will plug in my 2 DeWalt 9-volt batteries. I will plug it in to the 200-watt inverter, and I will charge it. I'll charge it from my bike trunk, and I'll show you when I do that, what I do. Nice carriage out front of this guy's house, eh? It's kind of nice. Not my taste, but this house here is my taste. This raised bungalow is nice. I guess that's a raised bungalow or a story and a half. Oh, that house is freaking beautiful. Johnson's. Oh yeah, I like these houses. These are my type of houses right here. This house straight ahead, that is my type of house. But I would like that out in a rural area. Niagara on the Lake, like I said, I can't stress enough. Sorry to be so repetitive, but it's freaking beautiful. Nice change in pace for sure. I'll leave the camera running continuously all the way through Niagara on the Lake as I exit Niagara on the Lake, and I'll stay right on the main road. What do we got going on over here, people? We got some old-timey cars. Which one's your favorite? I like that green one. Where are you guys from?
From Czech Republic.
Nice. Nice there. I've never been, but I heard it's nice.
Yeah, it's
yeah. I'm gonna go get a closer look. Oh, private home, keep off. I guess I'm not. Hey, I'll let you guys from Czech Republic get in there. Yeah. Have a good trip.
Thank you.
Well, that's interesting, right? Those 4 old cars parked out there. I was just gonna saunter right in there like I own the joint. Luckily I can read at a 3rd grade level, and I read, keep the hell out, Dewey. No Deweys allowed. Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better day to do this. Guy was not paying attention, people, to take me out. I don't mean to a ball game. I mean permanently. Gonna be doing a little lane splitting on Niagara on the Lake. West Toronto style, yo. West side. Let's not get too crazy here on Niagara on the Lake. Let's not get too crazy. I don't want Niagara on the Lake PD throwing me in the county lockup. Nice old building there. What's that? Must be the city hall or something, or the court, the magistrate building back in the day. I wonder if there's any hangings in that building. Maybe, huh? See, this is where a bicycle shines. You don't have to worry about parking. You don't have to worry about waiting for traffic a whole lot. I'm going. I'm going. Pretty busy though, for sure, and I knew it was going to be. Seen quite a few American plates here. All these cars to my right were all American. New York, Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Why not? Come up. Our exchange rate, thanks to the libtards, is dismal. It's all Pierre Paulia's fault though, right? Yeah, let's blame PP. It's all PP's fault. Sorry, I gotta interject a little politics. So, I'm out of the downtown core of Niagara on the Lake. So this is the front of Fort George. This is what I'm used to seeing. Yeah, okay, so I came in the back way on the trail, and I'm gonna go back in. Well, I'm gonna go through the front entrance of Fort George and head back to that trail I was on. It's just right here, I do believe. Yeah. Yes, it is. Huh. Yeah, so that was very cool. I got that close to Fort George. And quite honestly, I don't really have any interest in touring Fort George, and I've never even toured Fort York in Toronto. I just have no interest in doing so because I don't have huge interest in the War of 1812. I really don't. More of a World War historian and Vietnam. But reconnected with the trail I was on earlier. What the hell is that? It's some new rock with a bunch of inscription on it. Look at all the bikes on this side and over there at Riverview Estate Winery. Everyone's doing these wine tours, getting all smashed up on the vino. Look at that, they just dump their bikes anywhere. Hey, getting a little rowdy on the front porch of Riverview Estates. All wind up. Hey, God bless them. Starting to hit the hills coming back now. My plan is to switch over the battery at the Lower Seacord homestead if I can make it that far. I just right before I started filming, I went down to my last bar on this battery. I'm not going to run it completely dry because I'm going to be coming up to the main hills now. And I'll start there with a fresh battery. I'll run this one hopefully to the Lower Seacord homestead, and I'll switch over. Okay, so the Lower Seacord homestead's just up there on the left, but I'm coming into a hill now, and I have one line of battery left, but I can tell the bike is starting to get weak. So I have 50 kilometers on this battery, so that's about right. That's about what I'm getting per battery now, 50K. So I'm going to switch over to the front battery here. Shut the back one off. And I'll start the hills with a fresh battery, which makes sense, right? Why start up on a hill with a dead or a dying, almost dead battery? So what I'm going to do, like I said, I brought two 9 amp hour DeWalt flex bolt batteries with me. So 18 amp hours, I'm going to put them 18 amp hours back into that back battery as I ride. And I'll show you how I do that. Too bad I don't have regeneration technology on this bike. I brought an extra battery bank in case I need that for my phone camera. So that's one 9 amp hour battery, and these are about 4 pounds each. So with the battery charger, the inverter, and this battery, 2 batteries, it's about 10 pounds. So I might as well put them to work. This is the inverter, and I've never done this. I've charged them before. I've charged them before, but never while I was riding. This is going to be a first. And this has a built-in fan. So when I ride now, I'll just leave my trunk open so it can vent out. So I've already switched over to the front battery. Where, oh, the power switch is up here, sorry. And yeah, so you see that light just turned green to red, so that means it's charging. So I'll drain that battery out as I'm riding, and once that's drained out, once I get to the top of the hill, I'll check it and maybe plug the other one in. Onward and upward. Time now is 2:32 p.m. My train returning to Toronto leaves at 4 p.m. at the Niagara Go. This guy here is getting his game face ready because he knows the escarpment's coming now, and he ain't looking forward to that, I'll guarantee you. .8 on the fresh battery. I'm at 162.8 kilometers on my Garmin. And I can already feel a much more powerful situation. Just coming up to the Lower Seacourt Estate. So when I switch batteries, that's probably about a kilometer away from the Lower Seacourt Estate. I could have made it with my battery, the number 1 battery, but switched up now. It's charging, and I'm going fresh with some fresh hydro going up the escarpment. Oh, here comes the fun stuff. We're into it now. Yeah, this is a steep hill. We'll be chewing up the hydro pretty good. This will be the biggest hills I've ever gone up, without a doubt. Oh, look at the old Mustang here. Oh shit. 67 fastback. Really nice Mustang. Or 66, I should say, not 67. No, that wasn't very smart. I'm going up the trail. Whew, I'm already winded. Actually, you know what? This isn't so bad. Not bad at all. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. In pedal assist 4, doing 25 kilometers an hour. Yeah, this trail is not as steep as the road. I'm glad I took this as opposed to the road. It's still a workout, don't get me wrong. Like, I gotta pedal. With this bike and my weight, you have to pedal up these hills. Now, if I was really trying to conserve energy, I would push the bike up the hill. I'd walk it. Oh yeah, okay, so I'm in good shape. I don't mean me personally. I mean from a hill climbing perspective. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But having said that, I'm already down one line on my new battery. So usually on flat terrain, I get 14 kilometers before I lose one line of battery. So I went up maybe a kilometer and a bit, and I lost one line. So that's an indication that it was quite the grade. But I'm back on level ground for a while, so I should be okay. But like Remo Gadji says from the movie Casino, the Kansas City mob boss, why take a chance? That's why I plugged in the supplemental batteries that I was carrying with me. Like I said, I was carrying 10, look at this idiot, fucking idiot. Carrying 10 pounds of extra charging capability, so I might as well use it. See, it's idiots like that give us all a bad name. You know what I mean? What are you doing? You going to a wiener dog race today or what?
Oh,
Hey, you savage.
They're actually just our bodyguard.
Yeah.
Guard dog training.
What are you doing? Why are you being so nasty?
Right? Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a nice day, Bruce. Everybody's having a good time.
Yeah.
Where are you guys from?
Oh,
Niagara Falls,
just around the corner.
Yeah.
What about you?
Toronto.
Oh,
Nice,
yeah.
right on.
Oh, I took the GO train. I'm too fat to ride here.
You know, you got the motorized though. It's a nice spot to ride around.
You know what? It's my first time. I've always wanted to do it. Like, I've driven this countless times since I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
So I said, you know, one day I'll get the e-bike on it and
Yeah.
Oh,
Go
that's
buzz around.
awesome.
You have the parkway even. We could go all the way up to where you go towards Fort Erie too.
Oh.
yeah, I know that's a nice stretch too.
Yeah.
I don't have the range. I only have about 100-kilometer range.
Oh, okay.
So I
start right.
Yeah, I rode from the west end of Toronto to Union Station. Then I rode from the GO all the way to the lake.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
And what kills you is the hill coming up, right?
Yeah.
Not as bad as I thought.
Yeah.
So I didn't kill too much hydro there.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it's good ride though.
I'm in the home stretch now, man. I'm in the home stretch.
That's
Okay.
good. Hey. Oh, well, you enjoy the rest of your ride.
You too.
Okay? All
Nice
the
talking
best.
to you.
Have a good one.
Take care, savages. Nice couple, very friendly. There's the floral clock over there. You want to go take a look at the floral clock, people? Okay, let's go take a look at the floral clock. I got time. Don't worry. If I miss my train, it's your fault. Get to sync up my watch with the floral clock. Let's see what we got. Yeah. That's saying a little, looks like saying that's 251, 252, and 250. Well, this exemplifies Canada. I think I'm the only white dude here. Oh, here's one. Here's one. I think, I don't know. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Was it worth the stop? I would say not. Passing the generating station again. Wow, that's a good view here. Let's go check it out. Very nice. Just coming back to the Go Via station in Niagara. Time now is 3:20 p.m. I believe my train leaves at 3:55, so a little early. But actually, I lost track of a little time. I cut it a little closer than I thought. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I could have stopped. I want to stop at a couple other places, but I don't want to wait for the 8 o'clock train. Train there. How are you? Living the dream. Oh. Want to see my ticket? I actually asked to see my ticket. Nice lady. Does this train have a bike car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All the way over there.
I can ride down? I'll walk it. I don't want to cause no trouble with you ladies.
There you go.
Well, it looks like it's going to be a pretty sunny wait. So I didn't get...
Please stand clear of the doors. Doors are going to be closing. You can open the door by pressing the adjacent button to the doors. Please stand clear. Doors are going on standby.
So I didn't get the train car that's exclusive for bikes, so I kind of just got it parked by the door here. I don't know where to put them. It doesn't give you any instructions. It says 2 per train. Whatever. See how it goes. Okay, so on the way back, I didn't get a dedicated car like I said. So this is where I parked the bike the whole time I was on the train. Now the seats are pretty comfortable, but they're not like those seats. But you got my advice, get to your train early if you want to get a spot. They're only allowed 2 bikes per car. A word of advice. I got here early both times, so it worked out well for me. So unfortunately, I have to wait for an elevator. I don't know how else to get down with this bike. Hey buddy, you know where Jersey Mike's is, the sub shop?
Jersey Mike is this right here. By the screens on the left, just after these on the left. You'll see it. Just keep walking this way on the left.
Good map, thanks. Union Station is a zoo. So, I recall a Jersey Mike's in Union Station, and I haven't eaten nothing all day. I meant to stop and get, I wanted to stop and get something on the road, but I didn't come across anything. I didn't want to eat a piece of boiled corn. Jersey Mike's right here. It's kind of surreal pushing my my tank of a bike around a food court, but Jersey Mike's is checked. I got the Super Club big, but I'm gonna eat it at home. Just gotta get out of here and take it from there. Got the tank on the escalator. Relatively uneventful.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yes.
Yes, instead of Ibrahim. I'm so sorry.
Look at this guy. Stayed there a couple times. It's one of my least favorite Fairmount properties. Okay, so 13 kilometers home.